I checked my teenage daughter's location during her first driving lesson. She'd left the country. I stared at my phone thinking the app must be glitching. My 15-year-old daughter Mia was supposed to be in a parking lot learning to parallel park, not crossing into Belgium. I called her immediately. She picked up on the fourth ring and her voice sounded strange. Hey Dad, Mia, where are you? There was a pause that lasted way too long. I'm at my driving lesson. Then why does your location say you're in Belgium? Another pause. I heard a man's voice in the background say something I couldn't make out. Then Mia said, the app must be broken. I have to go. We're about to start. She hung up on me. My daughter has never hung up on me in her entire life. I called her back and it went straight to voicemail. I called again. Voicemail. I called the driving school and a woman answered. This is Hans Visser Driving Academy. How can I help you? Hi, my daughter Mia has a lesson right now with one of your instructors. Can you confirm she's there? Let me check the schedule. I heard typing. I'm sorry, sir. I don't see any lessons booked for this afternoon. My blood went cold. That's impossible. She left 2 hours ago for a 2 p.m. lesson. Our 2 p.m. instructor called in sick this morning. We called all his students to reschedule. Nobody called us. Let me check. More typing. It looks like we left a voicemail at 9 a.m. I hadn't checked the home phone. Then who picked up my daughter? The woman went quiet. Sir, I don't know. I hung up and called Mia again. Voicemail. I checked her location and she was even further into Belgium now, still moving. I grabbed my keys and ran to my car. I called my wife. Mia's in trouble. Someone has her. She's in Belgium. What? Track her phone? I'm driving there now. I was doing 150 on the highway trying to catch up to a moving target. My wife called me back. I called the police. They said they can't do anything until she's been missing 24 hours. She's been kidnapped. They said we don't have proof of that. I wanted to scream. I called Mia again and this time she answered. Dad, please stop calling. Her voice was shaking. Mia, tell me where you are. I can't. Is someone hurting you? No. Is someone making you say this? Silence. Then the man's voice again, closer this time. Mia, who are you talking to? She whispered, I have to go, and hung up. I drove faster. My wife kept tracking her and feeding me updates. She stopped moving. She's at an address in Antwerp. I was still 40 minutes away. Called the Belgian police. I don't know how. Google it. My phone rang and it was an unknown number. I answered. Mr. Bakker? It was a man's voice. Who is this? My name is Detective Hendricks. Your wife contacted us about your daughter. She's in Antwerp. I have the address. We know. We've had that address under surveillance for 6 months. My whole body went numb. What do you mean surveillance? What is that place? Mr. Bakker, I need you to stay calm and tell me everything you know about the man who picked up your daughter today. I told him everything. The driving school, the fake lesson, the sick instructor, the voicemail we never got. He was quiet for a long time. Then he said, the man who has your daughter is not a driving instructor. His name is Karel Jansen. He poses as an instructor to gain access to teenage girls. Access for what? Mr. Bakker, please stay on the line and keep driving. We're sending units to the address now. What does he do to them? We believe he sells them. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't see. I almost drove off the road. Mr. Bakker, stay with me. How far away are you? 30 minutes. We'll have her before you get there. I drove those 30 minutes in complete silence with the phone on speaker, listening to Detective Hendricks coordinate with his team. I heard them say approaching the residence and visual on the vehicle and target is inside. Then I heard them break down the door. I heard shouting. I heard a man screaming. And then I heard Mia. She was crying and saying, Dad, Dad. And someone had put her on the phone. I'm coming, baby, and I'm almost there. When I pulled up to that house, there were 6 police cars outside. Karel Jansen was face down on the pavement in handcuffs, blood running from his nose. A female officer was walking Mia toward an ambulance and I jumped out of my car and ran to her. She collapsed into my arms, sobbing. He said he was going to take me somewhere I'd never come back from. He said by tonight I'd be gone. I held her so tight I thought I might break her. The detective walked over and said, you saved her life, Mr. Bakker. If you hadn't tracked her location, we wouldn't have known which safe house he was using. We've been trying to find this one for months. I looked over at Jansen on the ground. He looked back at me with dead eyes and smiled. A cop kicked him in the ribs and told him to keep his head down. Karel Jansen is awaiting trial for trafficking 14 girls over 3 years. Mia was almost number 15.